the rocket scientist from Space Traders. Space Traders, we provide the value of the stocks where other people just provide the price. Today I want to talk about the evils of margin. Now, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing people he didn't exist. And I think the devil actually created margin. Let's talk about margin here. It is the ABC. It is the availability, the balance, and the call. So what is margin? Well, margin is actually buying stocks, but you're actually buying it based on the money that is not yours, that you don't own, that is actually from the trading group, whether it's Webull or E-Trade or Ameritrade, etc., etc. You're actually borrowing money from them. ABC. It starts out with availability. Sounds like a sexy word, right? You're going to see the margin availability somewhere in your portfolio, in your actual location where you have your account. And it might say 1,000, it might say more than that, it might say 10,000. It just depends on how much money you're actually trading in stocks. I love the term available. It sounds so sexy, you know, like, hey, are you available? You want to go to Arby's? It sounds inviting, doesn't it? So let's say you're buying some stock and your stock goes down. And you want to shore up your position. You want to buy at the dip. As we always know, you want to buy low and sell high. And you see this thing called margin available. Ooh. And you see a number. There's actual amount there. So you go ahead and you borrow that money. Well, actually what you do is you take that money and you buy stocks with it. Everything's great, right? No. If the stock continues to go down, well, first of all, now you've got a margin balance. So now, the next day, you're actually going to see the balance. And the balance is now what you owe the actual bank. And the bank is not a bank. The bank is actually Ameritrade, or it's the other stock trading company. And here's the kicker. You can't borrow things. Nothing in life is free except for death and taxes, guys. The rates on borrowing this money, on borrowing on the margin, you're looking at an average of about 10%. Unless you're like got 10,000 or more in the stock market and in your checking and trading account, because then it'll go down all the way to 6%. But for a typical American, you know, general person, it's going to be about 10%. So you went from margin availability to now margin of balance. You just borrowed money from a bank, okay? And guess what? Let's say you just go ahead, you just kind of wading through the waters here, all right? Now, if that stock that you bought on margin continues to drop or doesn't recover, guess what? Now you've got a margin call, okay? Now we all know how sucky margarine is, okay? It's not butter, baby, because that margin call now means the bank wants its money back. And the bank is not Bank of America. Guess what? It's Webull or Ameritrade or whatever company, stock company that you're trading with, okay? And they give you 2 to 5 days to pay that back. And if you don't pay that back, guess what? They're going to actually sell your stock to the amount that you owe, okay? Let's take a look at the analogy here. This is margin availability. Ooh, starts out like a little rock. Cute, right? Nice. Little metamorphic here, maybe sedimentary, okay? Now you borrowed on that. Now you've got a margin balance, okay? Now, 2 to 5 days later, margin call. Okay? Work smarter, not harder. This is the rocket scientist from Space Traders. Ow, son of a bitch. Fucking